So, hello guys, welcome back to Polytech. And in this podcast, we are dealing with one of the hottest topic that's which we are going in this Canada, and which is none of the Palestine-Israel issue. The it just come to an end by the 2025 beginning, and this is one of the best hope news that we get from the 2025 starting onwards. So, we are just currently going and how it start and how it go through the entire 20th century from the 90s onwards, and how it end in 2025. So that what we are just dealing. So my name is Sandhu Krishnan. I'm a science enthusiast, and I'm just doing my PG in physics, and it is specialized in economics. And he's
I'm Siddharth. I'm currently pursuing my BLLB from Government Law College, Thiruvananthapuram, fourth year BLLB student.
so I think he has more possible novels than this issue because this is the one of my topic. But somehow I just want curious about how it begin and how it go through the entire 20th century. And I know somehow what it happened, and some of them guys pulled them, basing that it happened, and following that, some other people just echo on it, following that, this war continues until this ended 25th year, and that things basically I don't. Okay, without wasting time, we can just start on how this or how this exact thing started, or how this exact thing happened, or what the basic thing that led in this war.
Actually, there are many quotes on the historical background about this thing.
Yeah.
Because as we know, in a war, there are two entities, right?
Yeah.
In this case, it's Israel and Palestine. So they two will be both the
So how they started with the Israel part, they started with the Israel Palestine, or someone else started with
somewhere it is actually started.
the opposite of that.
Yeah, actually, as we all know, the British, they were known as the emperor, the emperor which never saw sun sitting down, because the whole globe was actually ruled by British, including
In a country. Of course.
including our country.
There was something that.
Yeah.
But there are some many.
But yeah, it's actually another drama. Is the topic, but we can't say it's actually merit for us because they all created this for their better.
Okay, yeah.
They created railways, they created airways in India, but it was not for us. It was for the so they can loot the resources of India as they have. So talking about this issue, the current place which we call the Israel-Palestine region was actually ruled by Britishers and French. Both of them were ruling, but the whole place that is now the point of crisis is actually followed by was actually ruled by Britishers, just like our country was ruled by. So at that time, already there were Arab versions there living here, Muslims definitely here. And at that time, what happened is the fact that during those times, Jewish persecutions were happening in a great amount.
I think,
Like how Hitler killed many Jews.
is at that time, does the Hitler exist?
At that time, actually, yes, we can say, yeah. But this actually, the hot issue, the starting of this issue was even before Hitler.
Yeah, okay.
Even before Hitler. But I think before the First World War, before the First World War, yeah. At that time, Jewish persecutions were there all around at those European places. So what happened is the fact that Jewish people started migrating to this region. This is why some European areas, they came to Israel. Okay. To now called Israel. At that time, now there is no country like Israel. They came here. And why they came here? They said that their holiest place, just like how we consider our Badrinath or Haridwar.
Yeah.
Israel or the Jewish people are saying that their holiest place is in this area, in Jerusalem.
That's from the capital.
Yeah, capital of these places. The Palestine also says that Jerusalem is the capital. Israel Jerusalem is the capital. So they came to Jerusalem. So Britishers are moving there. At that time, it's Muslims were there. But the Arab Turks were there. But what the Jewish people were saying is the fact that they were there already from the first century itself. Even before Jesus Christ, they were linked there being here. But because of the expansion, or they wanted to move out of this, establish their entities and other things, they moved out from here. And they migrated to other countries too.
Okay.
So what the Jewish people are saying that they were there even before Muslims came there, or Arab Jews came there. But Arab Merchants were of the view that they came first. Oh, Jewish people came later.
I think the current fact is that this I will start in the Jewish people.
Actually, if we follow the Bible, one of the religious textbook,
Okay.
it is said that Jewish people were there even before Jesus Christ. But we don't have that much evidence, evolutionary values. We don't have that much because these sort of religious books.
It is something like how the earth or how the earth formed or how sun formed.
We don't know exactly how it out. There are many theories, like Big Bang theory. There are many theories. We don't know the exact operation or the exact procedure how it came. But in the similar case also, we don't know this everything. But it's a fact that it's a true fact that Arab merchants were already there even before Jewish came from other European areas. So Britishers are ruling there. So they understood that Jewish persecutions were there because Jewish people were murdering and slaughtering all around Europe. So Britishers understood that Jewish people should be given some area to live.
occupy.
Yeah, occupy Israel. So Britishers accepted the Jewish settlements in Israel. But Arab nations said that no, they will not allow because they are encroaching. The Jewish people were encroaching there. So just like how the Rohingyans or the Myanmar people or Bangladesh people enter into India, yeah, and they occupy our space. So it means at that other place.
I think people can many relate and how.
Yeah, just like how they are approaching our area, our home. They should be get rid of. They should be disintegrated from their area. That was the view of Arab merchants. But British said, no, Jewish people should be given an area for settlement. And that area is now currently known as the Israel. And the Britishers left that place, just like how they left India in 1947.
Right, like the something what we call the crisis that ended up there.
Yeah, just like in India, how the Bengal famine came or the naval mutiny came, they left India. In the same manner, after the Second World War, they left Israel also. And they started issues of fights between Israel and between the Jewish and Arab.
I think once I think that the Ottoman Empire is one of the main those
Britishers settled there. Although they were defeated Ottomans, the Albans. But actually, Britishers are the people who were defeated Ottomans.
Okay.
That's a great history. That's a big history. If we talk about Ottomans, we can relate it to the Dracula's.
Dracula?
Yeah, Dracula was actually a historical person known as Vlad the Impaler.
Okay, yeah.
His father was also an emperor. His father's father was also an emperor. I think it's kind of interesting story. Yeah, yes. Actually, it's like Drac was the great grandfather of Dracula. As in, yes, entering it then hold to him, yeah, so Drac. And then came Drac 2. And Drac 2's son is Dracul.
Okay.
These three people are the ruling for many times from this Romanian area, the Caucasian mountains. Well, that we see the Dracula's fort as drawn by Bram Stoker in Dracula book, right?
Oh.
So actually, there's a real fort in Romania, in Caucasian mountains. So that place was the headquarters of these areas, these people. So they had fight with Ottoman Turks and all. And Ottoman Turks, they were big Muslim emperors and they invaded all in the European areas and conquered. And these Ottoman Turks were conquered by Britishers.
Okay, yeah.
They were defeated by Britishers because Britishers had so much machineries and guns and all. They defeated them, and they occupied the so-called Israel-Palestine area. And after these issues and all, what happened is the fact that Britishers understood that they couldn't make a solution for this issue because the Arab merchants, the Arab people, the Muslims and Jewish people are constantly fighting together. Britishers understood the fact that they couldn't make a solution of everything. So what they did was they referred this case to the UN, United Nations and Nation. Yeah. So they referred this case to the United Nations, and even before Britishers left that area, Israel people, the so-called Jewish people.
I think maybe in these sections, I think this after the Second World War, I think the UN just created. Before the Hitler organized many of the Jewishes. Is there as much as Jewish left on the current situation?
Of course, because in Germany and other area, the so-called Austria-Habsburg Empire. This was the core area of Hitler, Austria-Habsburg Empire. So many Jewish left European place and they settled in America.
America, so now,
Okay, because in the so-called,
I think in the often here and some other films, I just refer there was
many Jewish people there, especially in Manhattan Project.
yeah,
He opened him up. The Manhattan Project, and there's another operation called Operation. Actually, I forgot the name.
Some more things are reflecting my mind, right? I can't accurately.
Yeah, paperclip. Yeah, Operation Paperclip. Actually, it was also another operation which was related to Apollo for space missions around. So, and Henry Kissinger was other famous Secretary of State of America. And these whole people were Jewish people. And their mothers and fathers, they escaped from Europe from Jewish persecutions. And some of them also settled at the so-called Israel region. And even before Britishers left that area, the Jewish people declared that Israel, the new country, formed in 1948.
So the Israel is means for the Jewish people.
So the Jews,
Okay.
so the Jewish people, they created a
So rules for the Parsi.
yeah, I would come to that. So they in UN said that they had created a new country in 1948, and they want other countries to recognize their land. So what the UN did is
I think basically how it started with the from the Ottoman Empire era onwards. I think they got some promises from the Britain France, right? They get the country after if they win the war with the Ottoman. I think that's a basic point that these people in the same country itself fighting for this place. Okay, is that the correct?
actually yes, there were some promises given by both the Britishers and French, but what happened at last was the fact that Britishers defeated Ottomans, then they conquered that area and they left the areas. Usual things, yeah, without giving any without giving any assurances to their promises. They left the area.
But I think they already signed some treaty also.
Many treaties were signed by you, but it was not a very value because at that time UN was created, and UN also accepted Israel's country. UN also created as Israel is there's a country for the Jewish, and Israel is a country, and they gave permanent status to Israel with that. Even before Britishers left Israel, even before Britishers left that area, the Jewish people went to UN in America and said that we have created a country, Israel, and you guys should declare Gaza as a country and should give us a permanent status in UN. Okay. And the UN UN accepted as a way. Why? Because there are already many Jewish people in America. Oh. And they have some brotherly American Jewish people in Israel. But what happened with the Palestinian is very, very pathetic addition because even before the Jewish settlements there, the so-called during the persecution of the Jewish, Muslims were there. But nobody looked or careful. Muslims were treated very poorly by all these forces. And what Israel did is the fact that Israel was created and Palestine wasn't given any status by them. Okay. They didn't approve the Palestine.
Palestine means Arab peoples.
That for Muslims, Arab people. They didn't give any status to the Palestinian people.
Okay. But how the Palestine has come its original or how they counter the storm from all any other people supported them.
Actually, Palestinian people they bought support from Middle Eastern countries.
Okay, like the Arab
GCC countries, there's cooperation.
or like the Saudi.
Like the Saudi, like the Qatar, like the Egypt.
But at the name it might be not named as like this. Oh
no, Egypt and Lebanon was already there.
okay.
Palestine and Israel as a new countries.
Okay.
The Saudi UAE
as that is the Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, or some. Yeah, the synonyms.
Yeah, right. From ancient always they didn't have any names because they were all part of Orthodox.
Okay.
Turkey, the so-called Turkey, right? Now it's Turkey. The pronunciation has been changed to Turkey. But at that time, Turkey.
This is Amma Turkey is called this Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also that has a the bird is that.
So and that's the reason why they choose Turkey.
That's the reason.
Yeah, because the Turkey's president or prime minister, they said that when we search for their country in Google, the first picture that comes is of that bird.
That's why some like thing. Why they named usually famous like just made
where that bird has some origination that bird's originate was from that country. Oh, the lazy like, and that's the reason why. So that's the reason why they changed the pronunciation to Turkey. And Turkey also have very much historic background from Ataturk and from the current Erdogan. And I'm not talking about that. That's another whole different also. It's way more complex. Very much complex topic. Yeah. So Palestine had the support from some other countries, but UN didn't accept them. UN didn't accept them as a separate country. And now they got a
But basically, UN just supported by entirely dividing the two countries or from the in the
Actually, the UN brought a solution called the two-state solution.
two-state solution.
Two-state. That's why it was yeah. For Jewish people can settle in Israel and Muslims can settle in Palestine.
Okay.
That was the status quo.
But I think while they're dividing, there are some issues like some of the Palestine, yeah, there is at the on the side, so no kind of
This back.
yeah, West Bank and Gaza side, right?
These two area were very much important for the Palestinians, but the UN gave that area to Israel. And also when it comes to Jerusalem, that area also is very disputed.
For the diversity is one of the things that exists on those sort of.
Of course, why we say like that is the fact that because Jerusalem is actually a capital for three regions. Yeah, it's for Christians,
Okay.
Jews, and Muslims. Because these three regions were originated from single area. Now these three religions have single principle, and that's the reason why we call these three religions together as Abrahamic religions. Abrahamic religions, because they all originate from Abraham. Like in Hindu, we call money.
Money. Like Manuskripts.
Manusmriti.
Manusmriti. Manuskripti means writing.
Yeah,
Manuskripti. That's it.
Manusmriti. These three religions consider as someone like Abraham. They're like the godly figure, and that's the reason why.
Right. In Bible, other yeah.
Similar, consider as Abrahamic religion, and they together call us Abrahamic religion. So these three people have importance at that place, Jerusalem. So that's a hot topic, but Christians doesn't involve there because Christians are very much in less amount there. Majority of people living there are Jewish people and Muslims. So that's the reason why they have the issues there. So, but he's a
Jewish it's under the same community.
that's a whole another topic. Even before Christians,
And this doesn't make any fun of that, but I want to know how it's happening.
it's happening. Yeah, it's totally understandable. Even before Christians came, Jewish people. And for example, we say Shylock.
Sarota.
He's a money lender. He's a Jewish people. He was a Jewish. He was of Jewish origin. And we say the people who actually was a traitor or they helped the Romans to capture Jesus. He was also a Jew.
Okay.
And that's the reason why Jewish and Christian people have some amount of issue of the because the one who cheated Jesus wasn't Jew.
Another reason who got cheated the Jesus led to the entire community want to sacrifice that thing.
Yeah, of course. And yeah. So after the advent of Jesus Christ, they get the Christian belief from 1/8. 1/6 since even before that century in BC era, Jewish people are there.
Okay.
So these are the
Let's say there are no measurements.
no measurements. We don't have any measurements. So that the relation between Jews and Muslims. And to know this issue, and UN and British accepted the two-state solution. Jewish people can live in Israel and the Muslims can live in the so-called Palestine. What they said is the fact that they wanted to conquer so much territory, extra territory. Just like how the China invaded India.
That's the best sex.
Yeah. They started taking Palestine area.
Yeah.
So Palestine people
was a correct where that begins to Malayalis Adrimanda. Exactly.
So they started taking the Palestine area, and Muslims were of the view that actually even before the Jewish came after at that time, in the First World War at that time, Muslim people were there. Because of their good mind, they gave some land to Jewish people. And now what Jewish people are doing? They're entirely taking back the Palestine area. So Muslims have no space to move. And that's the whole issue. And that's the history that we know. Maybe there will be another history, right? Years back, but we don't have any much evidentiary values of. So now that's the main issue that's happening in Israel and Palestine. The Palestine
though is finally coming to a another communicant, not the like what we call the caste or religious thing. It's entirely political thing.
entirely political.
But many people are trying to make it
religious.
No, religious. I think
Yeah, religious. So religion. And that with another example. Just like how Indians say, China is majority Buddhist people. Hindus have some sort of issues with Buddhist people at the early time because many Buddhist stupas were converted to temples.
Yeah.
And we say temples were converted to mosque. That's so poor. We don't have that much evidence to worries about it. But Babari Masjid's issue was some sort of Supreme Court, and they it's same as a controversial issue. We are not going to that. But India-China issue is not a religious one. So completely geopolitical issue.
Yeah.
Because the Chinese administration need that area from India and not the Chinese people.
Yeah. So yes, it's all correct thing. That the people just want any war, but some of the people's mind or some of the thoughts are really the entire country, the entire what do you call, the entire destruction of the citizens' country itself.
Similarly, in Israel and Palestine area also,
I think that's the thing that actually happened in Russia, Ukraine.
Ukraine also. Because when we talk about Russia-Ukraine issue, both the people are of same origin.
Yeah.
They are all from Soviet area. They are all descendants of that so-called Tsar King Emperor Anoti. And after the abrogation of USSR in 1981, the countries were spread into many small countries like Czech Republic, Slovakia, and they are all of same origin. But here it's some really different origins. They are Muslims and Jewish people. So Israel started digging area Palestine, and Palestine have no area to live, and that's the current issue. And how this political issue becomes religious one? Okay, this when it happened is the fact that when Palestinians are supported by Hezbollah from Lebanon, they are mainly Muslim organizations. Okay, Muslim.
So that's how community acts.
Yeah, Muslim revolutionary institution, Lebanon's revolutionary religious institution is Hezbollah. And Palestine seeking support from Muslim countries, other Muslim countries like Qatar, like Egypt, like UAE, like Iran, Iraq. So that's how it becomes a religious issue.
I think we are also mostly supporting them.
Actually, we were supporting Palestinians at the time of Nehru, we were supporting Palestine. But Israel was always supporting India in many technological things, in other agricultural things, in revolutionary means not the so-called revolution, the revolutionary changes that have brought in India in the technological sector. It was all carried on by Israel.
Okay.
Friend.
I think most of them are from the Russia and Israel. I think the a little bit from the American side. But there are
Actually, American people have some sort of actually they have relations with India. They have good relations with India, but at that time they were supporting Pakistan,
like the Gulf War.
the Gulf War also, and if you talk about 1999 Kargil War also, Americans were supporting Pakistan and not the sea. And that's when we understood that Russia is our forefront.
Okay. Yeah.
Russia and Israel were supporting India. Russia and Israel were supporting us. But at that time, when Israel was supporting India too, what we did is we support Palestine.
Okay.
Because of the persecutions happening for Muslim.
I think the India is the best one of the example for the diverse country in the world.
Of course, because as we have the motto, the unity in diversity.
Yeah, that's, I think in this remembering the chapter that it was studying 7th class, the basic point that I used here.
There are many religions, there are many customs, there are many traditions followed in India by different sectors, people, sector fee. So we were supporting Palestine then. And then we got to know that now what's the current agenda of the current government or the right-wing government is the fact that I'm not criticizing them, but they are of the view that Israel is doing very much great things for us in the technology sector. So it's some sort of responsibility for us to help Israel also. But India is taking great move in its diplomatic stance because they are not giving any sort of weapons or anything to Israel and Palestine. They are always trying to mediate between them and to end the war, sort out the bomb. But what America is doing, America is saying lots of money. They are all funding Israel because they had also money from America. They have, even though they have great debt also. Debt loan, they have maybe loan also, but we are only seeing about the good things happening in America.
They are always flourishing that how they are much capable, like for
Yeah.
to be frank. So
Yeah. because they have very much very, very, very great issues.
One of the biggest issue I just go to a news article that is drug as well as crime rate. I think we are just suddenly at the US. Shall we back
Okay,
by ending this?
okay. So, as we have earlier mentioned about America, let me say about the fact that America is having an arms act. An arm means a weapon side, arms act, which allows every citizens to move around freely with weapons in their hand.
Oh,
They can carry a weapon, they can carry a gun, no issues there. But in India, we have an arms act which restricts our people.
I think in India pointed to airplex or airbikes.
But not that original arms are not. But in America, they can carry with guns, real guns. But in India, there is restriction for our citizens. So that's the reason why crime rates are more in America. Because there are many people who are addicted to drugs. And those people are mad, like mad dogs. They're barking everywhere, making hell everywhere. And they're just shooting down people. And that's why we see daily school children are being killed at schools and people are being bombed there. Because people, they are very much addicted to drugs also. And they have the license to carry weapons wherever they go. But in India, we don't have that sort of.
Are they acting by some wines, masons sort of like? Are they just learn to opt to use it or just casually can buy a
They can carry buy one. Yeah, that is actually as per the American Constitution, it's been given to them as a right that for securing their life or for us as a sort of right to fundamental. Yeah, it's actually fundamental rights to them. It's like self protection. For self protection, they can carry guns. But in India, we don't have that much right. But actually, in India, during the constituent assembly talks,
if they even try to kill me, get using a capture, that's exact voltage. I think we can just use from that.
of course, you can use it when during the IPC, when on the time of Indian Penal Code, the era of Bhali Nyaya Samhita. During the time of Indian Penal Code, there was section from 90 to 100 and something about general defense. In that section, it is written that if a person is trying to kill us, we can kill them too.
Oh,
If they're trying, if we are 100% sure of the fact that they are going to kill us,
okay.
we can kill them. There are no issues. But we must prove it to the court, of course. And Ailanara said, yeah, he was trying to kill me and I just killed. What's the proof? Or is the court finds that he was standing 1 kilometer away from you and he was started in the and like going, that's what accident. If he's making injury or he's trying to beat us or whatever, or going to shoot a gun, we can do whatever we need to secure our body.
This is not a promotional video how to kill and how to rescue from the entire section. We are just exploring how that the current world is going through the wars and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's the issue with America and the arms act and all. And coming down to Israel and Palestine,
This more break.
we are trying away from our core topic. They think in one day that they should destroy Europe or they should destroy the whole Middle East. They can then they can, because they have very much that much as they have the caliber to do that also. They have very much great weapons in their hand, and America will also support them. America also about to say, but America is also now currently saying that you don't go much deeper into issues, just stay calm. That's what America is embracing to Israel.
Always help of you.
All because of UN and also because America is buying oil from Middle East countries. If a war broke out between Israel and all their young actors are going there, all Middle East countries, what Middle East countries will do? The OPEC nation, the so-called oil producing countries, will stop selling oil to US. And what the US will do? US have very much small resources.
Yeah.
And the whole oil and other things are coming from US.
I just heard some of the notes from that. I always shared one of the video with you that the oil that comes from the Russia itself is bought by India.
And they're resigning it guessing 3 years. Yes. And that's how we make actually we are very much indebted to Israel and Palestine because of this one. They are having very much profit because of this act. If no war was there, we will not be getting the oil. I mean, we will be getting oil, of course.
Yes, like economic business.
Yeah, we are getting the commission. Yeah, it's likely the commission thing. So that's the issue with and as I have already mentioned, it becomes a this issue and these all entities come to play. And the America is always indebted to Islam because of Islam. Many Jewish people are ruling America also, because as I have already mentioned, the secretaries of all the main secretaries of and the many great uh, businessmen in America were also of Jewish origin. So that's a reason why they are supporting Israel, and that's the reason why it becomes a religious issue. The issue between Israel and Palestine becomes a religious issue, and that's why we see the pics like see the Jewish people are wearing the cap and the Muslim persons are wearing burqa. Actually, actually, if it was completely a political issue. But the only of these, they simply added this. So they call it something like the religious issue. Yeah. And that's how they are trying to make it to a religious issue. And as it, the political issue can come to easily as a religious issue in nowadays. Of course. Mainly India. Because religion is something that every people for means. Like why we come mad. Yeah, majority of the people follow it, and there are many people who, if someone is actually abusing their parents or abusing their family, they may be not doing anything. But if someone is abusing their region, they will start education the war. Because they can gather main people. I'm not against them, because everyone have their own right to have the right to protect their religion, because I'm also I'm also a believer on God, believer in God. So I too have and that my beliefs and my I too have my own beliefs and all. But as the believer, what we should do is the fact that we should not restrict other people from believing their religion. We have the right as per Indian constitution. See, if I want to follow one of my rule, I want not to pretend to use my vote to your. Of course, we are living in a democratic country, and we have a constitution. And after the constitution of India, we have a fundamental right that allow us to freely choose any religion you want. Whether you can be a Muslim, whether you can be a Jewish, whether you can be a Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain, Sikh. But but when it becomes a problem is the fact that, well, we make other people also say that you should not follow that tradition, you have follow my tradition. Then it becomes a right. So otherwise, it's completely okay. But the current issue that happening between Israel and Palestine is the relation or the integration of other countries, the Muslim countries, the America, and that's how it becomes a religious issue. It is funding stop, other things stop, and that's what we are hoping to, because when Trump is coming in, I think the election is one of the which are in the time is going to be 12th, and it's going to be 18th. In 2 day after the recording of this video, 2 day after Trump will be swearing as the president of. Wait, the long sounds 20 20 20 20 the president will be in 20 that already. January 20, President Trump will be assuming the charge as president of America. He is actually having very much a relation with Palestine, also with Israel also. And what's the intention of this is what's the motive of that he follows is that the war should be stopped. What Biden was doing was, Biden was actually not trying anything to stop the war. No. Biden was funding Israel by giving huge amount of money, but Trump is stopping that. Trump says no war. No war should be there in released area. And if Trump assumes the charge, then there will be slight lowering of the issues between Israel and Palestine, and that's what we are hoping for. Oh, that's why the UN nearly took out the war. Actually, I am very much against the UN. It's because at the olden time, UN were having the much power. But now, majority of the fundings happening in UN is by US, is done by US. And what the US says is what UN follows. So, but as a what Joe Biden says, that is a report of rebels. I'm completely not against UN, because UN is doing very much good things in environmental relations, in ecological things, because they have like a platform for every country to access. For example, how they can come, they can conduct meeting, and they can team up, they can speak with all. But the majority of the religious and political issues happening in UN is actually the policies adopted by US. Okay. Because majority of the funds that is given to Harvard and illustrate with it illustrate it with another example, as if we are living with the money of our parents. We could always say it's parents' right, yeah. we should support them also. Or we should sometimes we should many of the times we should follow what they are saying to us. Yeah, because they are providing us with money. Okay, so that's the same thing is happening in UAE also. Because UN is,
I think that's now the must example like yeah, for especially for us students. I think many relatable things are we are having here. Yeah, yeah. So for more things, you must do follow and subscribe our channel
yeah, sure.
to get more videos and then
You have to. So okay. So that's the current political and religious happenings happening in the countries of Israel and Palestine.
okay. But does the bomb actually can't you?
Uh, actually, it's a debatable topic.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, I won't be able to say the war will be stopping soon because as because Palestine is getting support from other Muslim countries. So because they are taking this as a whole new religious issue, and they want their religion to win. The Muslims should be winning the war against Jewish people, like the Intifada. There's something called the Intifada or uprising. Intifada is the Arabic term for uprising because during the time of Yasser Arafat, he was a revolutionary from Palestine who was against Israel. So they are making uprisings there whenever there is a change in the government in Palestine. And for other reasons, for Hezbollah or Hamas. Hamas is also a revolutionary organization playing a role in Palestine. But many of the Western media or the American media is saying that they are some sort of terrorist organizations. So Hamas is actually defending their blood. So we can't actually say that they are a terrorist organization. But of course, they are making huge attacks in Israel. They are making civilian damages in Israel. But in return, also Israel is also making huge issues with Palestine. They are killing all sorts of babies, women, men.
Yeah, just pointing to mind about the Mossack or something like that, and it's true.
They're killing a lot of people in Israel, in Palestine too. So actually, the people, the ordinary citizens, are the ones who are suffering the most. Then, not the government or the administration. The people, they are on side hands. Yeah, the people are suffering the most. That's what's happening there.
So that's how Israel-Palestine wars is currently going on, and
Israel-Palestine, actually, Israel-Palestine issue has a long history, as I have already mentioned, even before the Jewish time or from time immemorial from the Jewish time. But we don't have that much evidence regarding.
okay. Yeah. So we have just talked plenty of things that we actually have, and that should be he brought the interesting. By the way, we almost covered the entire topic that we have this phone, and I think we are almost covered the summer topic as well. So
Yeah. Actually, that's the issue with the geopolitics right now. Means if you're talking about a single issue, there will be a whole lot of issue connected with it.
so it's like a state of reaction.
Of course, it's very separation. How the
No, it's the same reaction. Refer can be explained in there. I think
yeah to this like how we
yeah, and this starting with it can continuously flow.
yeah
That's a been happening here.
yeah here also. If you talk about India Pakistan issue, India China issue also, there will be a lot of other issues relating to the
Like Russia, USA.
yeah the supporting of other countries to us and other things. Hello, Russia.
So that's what basically happening in the Israel-Palestine issue. I think we almost covered the major topic as well as the correlate topic. That's all for today. We will come back with the interesting other topics. As well as we are covering the tech topic also on the coming days, and it's a sophisticated thing that we are doing because they are two both are here and he's not in my near place, and so there might be some of 2-3 weeks delay uploading the video, but we'll try our best to do that, and that's it. See you next video.